So like I said before, one of the most important things is making sure that you close the deal, okay? That, obviously, number one, the intake process and talking to the individual and getting their contact information. Number two, following up and getting them in for the consultation. But number three, the most important thing is actually closing the deal with that individual and making them feel like, you know what, this guy's going to take care of me. If I pay him money, he's going to do what he says he's going to do. He's not going to shuffle me off on some other attorney. He's going to handle my situation or case. And even if he does shuffle me off on somebody else, that individual has my best intention in mind. So that being said, one of the guys that I work with, and I love this saying, I honestly recommend that everybody steal this, especially for consumer bankruptcy work. But the number one thing is educating the individual on the law and actually explaining to them what it is that you're going to do for them and how you differentiate yourself from every other firm out there. Because at the end of the day, there's a million people that do what you do, but you building that connection with the individual and them telling you their story, and then you relating to it and actually pulling them in and getting the business is what matters at the end of the day. That's how you get paid, and that's what matters. So a lot of guys go to school, like I said, to get a JD and practice law. They don't go to school to run a business. One of the most important things is to make sure that you do close the deal, you deliver the value proposition so they understand exactly what you're going to do for them and they feel like you're going to fight for them, as well as the fact that you get it done right then and there. So one of the guys I work with for consumer bankruptcy work has honestly one of the best systems as far as the slogans that I've ever heard. And what he does is he explains to them kind of the process. He explains, listen, right now you have about $20,000 in unsecured debt, and you have people hounding you, coming at your door. I understand you're a good, upstanding individual and you don't want to be a drudge in society. But at the end of the day, you can pay them forever and they can charge you a high interest rate, or you can pay me once and I'm going to give you a fresh start and you can get done with it from there. And I promise you that the credit card companies and the individuals out there that are lending credit, they're going to offer you credit again because that's how they make money. So again, you can pay them forever or you can pay me once. And that's really what it comes down to. And I wish somebody would have actually explained that to my sister, because she honestly struggled. She paid off her debt finally. It took her about 10 years. Her credit score is just in the crapper. No one will lend her anything. She has no rating whatsoever. But if she would have just declared bankruptcy 10 years ago and somebody would have sold her on the fact that they can give her a fresh start, they'll wipe it clean, and she could be getting credit cards and credit card offers within 3 years and building her credit, she probably would have done it. But instead, she took the latter route. So one of the most important things is closing the deal and making sure that they understand what you can do for them. And it's not just bankruptcy. It relates to every single practice area, whether it's criminal law, a DUI defense, and making sure that obviously they keep their license. One of the biggest things is you want to talk to the individual. You want to say, listen, what's important to you? Okay? Obviously, Pavlov's hierarchy of needs comes into play here, and that's one of the things that I always refer to is obviously at the bottom of the pyramid are the most important the bottom of the pyramid are the most important things. Things like food, shelter, family, security. Those are the most important things to you. With your legal situation and what's going on here, if you were involved in an accident and you have piling debt building up for insurance claims and medical needs, you need a personal injury attorney in your corner, because you know what? I'm going to get you the money that you deserve from the insurance company. If you were involved in a DUI, what's important to you? Your livelihood, your job. What's going to happen if you lose that license? You're not going to be able to take care of those things. You know what? If you hire me, I'll make sure that I have your back. I'll make sure that I keep your license and I'll get everything taken care of that you need. Okay? So at the end of the day, the number one important thing is closing the deal. Yes, this other stuff is important. You need to get them into the office. Your intake process is extremely important. You need to make sure that your staff is educated and they know exactly what it is that you can do for the individual. They get that individual's name and their contact information to follow up with them. You need to make sure that you have follow-up and retention processes in place in terms of a customer relationship management tool, whether it's, again, Salesforce, Zoho, Microsoft Excel, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, all of that stuff means nothing if you get them in for the consultation and you don't close the deal. As soon as they leave your office, if you have not gotten some form of a commitment from them in terms of them taking a packet home and getting you information, whether it's a retainer, whatever it is, your chance of retaining that individual goes down by about 70%. So you want to make sure that right then and there they understand what it is that you can do for them, that you have the best intention in mind for them, and that you're going to take care of them. And that's what it really comes down to at the end of the day. What are you selling? You're selling your time, okay? Your time is worth money. Your legal expertise is worth money to these individuals, and they reached out to you because they have a legal situation that they need help with. And if they feel that you're going to help them out and you convey to them that you're going to fight for them and take care of them. It doesn't matter what the practice area is. At the end of the day, you need to make sure that you ask for the business. This is what's going to happen. Close the deal. So that's what you need to do. That's the final process. Make sure you get that information. Make sure you get the retainer from them, and make sure you get them back in the door and help them out.